The late afternoon sun dipped low over Portland's skyline, casting long, jagged shadows across the towering glass facade of Grayson Analytics. Emily Carter, a 29-year-old single mom, with auburn hair tied back in a hasty ponytail, stood frozen at her cubicle, her world crumbling in slow motion. Her hands trembled as she shoved files, a coffee mug, and a stack of sticky notes into a battered cardboard box, the kind they hand out when dreams get packed away. On top, she gently placed the one thing that mattered most, a framed photo of her 8-year-old daughter, Lily, beaming with that gap-toothed grin from last summer's county fair, cotton candy smeared across her cheeks. Tears welled in Emily's green eyes, but she blinked them back, refusing to let them fall in this sterile office that had just spit her out. Just 60 minutes earlier, her boss, Mr. Grayson, a stern man in his 50s with a perpetual scowl and a tie knotted too tight, had summoned her to his corner office. "I'm sorry, Emily," he'd said, his voice as flat as the rejection emails she'd grown them to. "But policy's policy. This is a professional environment, not a daycare. Bringing your child here, even once, is grounds for immediate termination." She'd begged, explained, pleaded. Lily's school had called in a panic high fever, lethargic, the nurse insisting immediate pickup. Emily's regular babysitter was on vacation in Florida. Her ex-husband was a ghost who hadn't sent a check in months, and she had zero family within 500 miles. Desperation had won. She'd smuggled Lily into the office, settling her in a quiet corner, with a tablet loaded with cartoons, headphones clamped over her ears, and a blanket full cover. "Just for a few hours, sweetie," Emily had whispered. "Mommy has to finish these reports, then we're out." But Grayson had spotted the little bundle during his rounds, his face twisting like he'd stepped on something foul. No second chances, no compassion. Now, at 29, Emily was unemployed, staring down a rent bill due in 10 days, a fridge that's echo was louder than Lily's laughter, and the crushing weight of single parenthood bearing down like an avalanche. She clutched her exit paperwork, a clipboard with checkboxes for returning her badge, laptop, and dignity feeling the ink smudge under her sweaty palm. "Mom, are we going home now?" Lily's small voice piped up from behind her, tugging at Emily's skirt. The girl's hazel eyes, so much like her own, peered up with innocent confusion. A fresh band-aid on her knee was already peeling from yesterday's playground scrape, and her cheeks were still flushed from the fever that had started it all. Emily forced a smile, kneeling to meet her daughter's gaze at eye level. "Yeah, baby girl. Home it is. Did I get you in trouble?" Lily shook her head vigorously, her pigtails bouncing. "No way, Mom. You're the best." Emily's heart shattered and mended in the same beat. "You could never get me in trouble, Lil. Sometimes grown-up worlds are just ... messy puzzles. We'll figure it out." They linked hands and shuffled toward the elevator, the box wobbling under Emily's arm. Stepping out into the golden evening bustle, the city pulsed with life, commuters rushing to trains, baristas calling orders, professionals chattering about deals closed and promotions earned, people with jobs to wake up to tomorrow. Emily squeezed Lily's hand tighter, her mind a whirlwind. Applications, food stamps, maybe that night shift at the warehouse. How do you explain Mom lost her job because of you without breaking a child's spirit? The elevator didn't shut behind them, sealing off the life Emily had scraped together. 3 years at Grayson Analytics, climbing from junior analyst to lead on quarterly reports, pulling all-nighters to meet deadlines, sacrificing date nights, not that there were any, for Excel spreadsheets. She'd been the reliable one, the fixer, the mom who baked muffins for office potlucks while juggling bedtime stories over Zoom. And for what? One emergency, one human moment, and poof gone. As they walked the 3 blocks to their cramped apartment in a fading brick building, Emily's phone buzzed with a text from her landlady. Rent reminder. Late fee star Friday. She ignored it, focusing on Lily's chatter about a school project on butterflies. But inside, panic clawed. How do you feed dreams on ramen noodles? How do you rebuild when the foundation's dust? That night, after tucking Lily in with promises of ice cream tomorrow, if they could afford it, Emily sat at their tiny kitchen table, laptop glowing in the dim light. 52 job applications in the next 3 weeks, that was the goal. Resumes tailored. Cover letters polished with lies about her mutual parting from Grayson. She scrawled listings, data entry, retail, even telemarketing. Anything to keep the lights on, the fridge stocked. Lily in school uniforms without holes. Sleep came in fits, haunted by visions of eviction notices and Lily asking why they couldn't afford new shoes. Week 1 blurred into a haze of rejection. Emily pounded the pavement literally, pounding sidewalks in sensible heels to interviews that went nowhere. Great experience, they'd say. But we're looking for a cultural fit. Translation. No kids, no baggage. She landed 14 interviews, each one a tightrope walk of smiles and rehearsed answers. Why the gap in employment? Personal reasons. By interview 12, the polite emails piled up. Thank you for your interest, but we've gone with another candidate. Rejection 11 stung deepest. A marketing firm that loved her portfolio, but balked when she mentioned flexible hours for school pickups. Money dwindled. Emily skipped lunches, stretched peanut butter across bread for 2 meals a day. Lily noticed, of course kids always do. Mom, why's dinner skinny tonight? Emily laughed it off. Adventure eating. Builds character. But at night, alone, she cried into her pillow, whispering apologies to the photo on her nightstand. Friends from the old office texted sympathy, but who hires the fired? Networking events felt like Shark Tanks. Single moms weren't networkable. By week 3, hope flickered like a dying bulb. Emily stumbled on a listing for Harper Solutions, a mid-sized consulting firm tucked in a renovated warehouse district she'd never noticed. Analyst position. Family-friendly environment. Competitive benefits. Sounded too good. But desperation is a hell of a motivator. She applied at 2 a.m., attaching her best work samples, praying for a miracle. The call came 2 days later. Interview scheduled. Emily prepped like it was the Super Bowl, ironed her one good navy blazer, practiced in the mirror, even splurged on a coffee to steady her nerves. Lily drew her a good luck picture of a butterfly breaking free from a cocoon. You'll fly high, Mom. Dropping Lily at a neighbor's bartering with babysitting swaps, Emily arrived early, heart hammering. The waiting room was modern minimalist. Sleek chairs, fresh flowers, a receptionist with a genuine smile. Miss Carter, Mr. Brooks is ready. Emily smoothed her resume, printed fresh, no clipboard this time, and stepped into an office bathed in natural light. Behind a mahogany desk stood Nathan Brooks, early 40s, dark hair streaked with silver, exuding quiet confidence in a charcoal suit. His handshake was firm, his smile warm, not the predatory grin of corporate sharks, but something real. Emily Carter, pleasure. Have a seat. They settled across from each other, city view sprawling behind him. Nathan scanned her resume, nodding. 3 years at Grayson, impressive metrics, strong reviews. What happened there? Emily's rehearsed line dissolved under his steady gaze. Honesty tumbled out. The fever, the school call, the desperate office hideaway, Grayson's iron fist. I had no backup. I thought I could juggle it. But policy won. She braced for the door. Nathan didn't flinch. He paused, thoughtful, then reached into a drawer, pulling out a faded Polaroid. He slid it across. A boy, about 9, huddled in an office corner with a comic book, elbow bandaged, trying to vanish into the wallpaper. That's me, 30 years back, Nathan said softly, voice laced with memory. Mom was a single parent, receptionist at a cutthroat law firm. I wiped out on my bike after school stitches. Concussion scare, no sitter, no family net. She snuck me in, same as you. Emily's breath caught. Nathan leaned back, eyes distant. I remember the terror hiding under desks, whispering to stay quiet. Thought if I was invisible, she'd keep her job. Her boss found me mid-afternoon. I froze, expecting the boot. Instead, he squats down, asks about my favorite X-Men character Wolverine, claws and all. Chats school, dreams of being an astronaut, then tells Mom, take the day paid, family first. He said, a firm that penalizes parents for life happening ain't worth the paper it's printed on. Tears pricked Emily's eyes. He didn't fire her. Nope, promoted her eventually. That moment, it rewired me. Policies are paper. People are the pulse. How we handle vulnerability. That's the true measure of a leader, a company, a society. Nathan's voice firmed. I see you, Emily, in your resume. Your grit. You're a juggler. Deadlines. Daughter. Disasters. That's not a flaw, it's superpower. Parents like you solve real problems under fire. She wiped her cheek. I tried everything right, and nailed it. I'm offering the job matching grace and pay, superior benefits, plus, our policy, if Lily's under the weather, bring her. Quiet room upstairs, couch, toys, books. I've been that kid. Won't let another feel buried. Emily's world tilted. Really? Absolutely. One more thing. Nathan stood, gazing out at the skyline. Started this firm 10 years ago from scratch. Mom cleaned offices nights, studied days for her law degree, dragged me along when needed, taught me dignity's not salary, it's lifting others. She beat cancer 5 years back. But her last words, raising a kind son, topped her bar exam wins. He turned. We thrive as a village here, succeed together, or not at all. Chapter 3. Rebuilding from the ashes. Emily started Monday, nerves jangling like loose change. Harper Solutions burst with energy, open plan desks, collaborative whiteboards, no suffocating cubicles. Her team welcomed her. Sarah, the sharp-witted project lead. Mike, the tech whiz with dad jokes. Nathan checked in daily, not micromanaging, but mentoring. Your Grayson reports. Gold, adapt them here, family impact metrics. She dove in, analyzing client data with fresh eyes. Ideas flowed. Meetings valued her input. First win. Streamlining a supply chain for a retail giant, saving thousands. Praise rolled in, but the real magic, balance. When Lily's stomach bug hit 2 months later, Emily brought her. Nathan popped by with ginger ale, quizzing Lily on her butterfly project. Wings symbolize change. Like your mom joining us. Lily giggled. Fever forgotten. No side eyes. No EACHA warnings, just humanity. Months blurred into rhythm. Emily thrived, confidence blooming. Lily noticed. Mom smiles more now. Evenings meant park picnics, not panic. But Emily saw gaps other parents whispering about sick days. Daycare costs crippling. 6 months in, at a management huddle, she pitched big. Formalized support, on-site childcare pilots, flexible PTO, subsidies with local centers. Parents aren't liabilities, they're assets. Skeptics murmured, costs, logistics. Nathan grinned, revolutionary. Emily leads, doubts nagged her imposter syndrome, whispering she was the fired mom, not CEO material. Late nights, she'd pace, resume taunting from drawer. But Nathan mentored, doubts fuel. Channel it, partnerships formed, nearby daycare full slots. HR tweaks for flex hours, launch day. Ribbon cutting, employees cheering. Lily cut the tape, beaming. Chapter 4. Waves of Change. The Harper Family program exploded. Word spread via industry buzz podcasts, LinkedIn rants on work-life lies. Retention soared 40%. Productivity spiked as stressed parents focused freer. Emily keynoted conferences. Compassion's war. Priceless. Firms copied. Subsidies, nap pods, parent ERGs. 2 years on, national news hailed it the empathy economy shift. Lily grew, watching Mom morph from survivor to changemaker. You're a hero, like in books, she'd say. Emily'd hug her. We all are, kiddo. 5 years post-firing, anniversary gala glittered. Nathan on stage, Polaroid projected. I was that corner kid, saved by one boss's heart. 35 years later, Harper's built on it, humanity over hustle. Spotlight on Emily and Lily, now 13. Poised teen. Emily reignited our why. Every worker's a story, families, fights, futures. Honor that, win big. Post-party, city lights twinkling. Lily asked, Mom, happy tears? Emily nodded, from Grace, baby. One photo, one I get it, flipped our script, that interview echo. Nathan seeing not violation, but valor. Ripples touched thousands, parents breathing easier, kids thriving. Kindness, a seed in unlikely soil, sprouting forests of shelter. One soul remembering roots, offering hand. I've walked your path. Rise with me. Worlds transform.